there. Tight defense by the Pirates as he retreats back.
Yeah, good defense by Grizzard, keeping him out of the shooting lane.
As he just keeps trying to find the opening. Grizzard with the tight defense there forces the errant shot, but it will stay with the Highlanders.
Yeah, good play right there by Grizzard, forcing a bad angle shot.
As we see the Pirates just trying to run that back again as it's Kershaw with it. Kershaw in X trying to fight around the net. Bounces it through the legs of Lawrence as Kershaw, with goal number 17 of the year, gives the Highlanders a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, good play right there coming from X, doing the wraparound and able to get the first goal of the game. And Keogh now, senior, going to take the draw. D1 commit from Iona.
Yes, Kehoe, one of the key players on this team, 70% on his face-offs on the year, just truly dominant.
Yeah, as the Pirates also now will be subbing out goalies. Michael Lawrence will be replaced with Vinny Ciro.
As we saw Lawrence get his start on senior day, made that first kick save. They went low again, and they beat him through the 5 holes. We see Kehoe pick up another key ground ball, one of his key specialties here as we see him play it up to Genovese.
Yeah, Keogh won the first faceoff because the Highlanders and Fogo went early, so able to win the second of the game.
As we see Kehoe sub off there, as he's the key face-off guy. He'll get his breather and he'll come back in soon enough. As we just see the Pirates trying to find the equalizer, taking their time, leading it through with Schmidt. Schmidt just looking for it all around, trying to find the opening on this Highlanders defense. You see him just cut all the way around, take that wide turn, goes low, and he gets it. As we've seen 2 low shot goals, Pirates even it up with the Highlanders, and 2 very quick goals.
Yeah, right there now, you can see why Schmidt, as a junior, is the leading scorer on this team. That will be his 41st goal of the season. He is such an outstanding midfielder.
Agreed. He's a two-way player. As you saw him play tight defense on the other end alongside with Grizzard. Truly the best definition of a midfielder, going both ways, being that dual threat, scoring goals, making the key defensive plays. As we'll see Kehoe lining up for his third face-off as he's won the first 2, scoops up down ground ball, gains the Pirates possession, passes that one off, and he'll sub right out.
Yeah, the D1 Iona commit is off to a great game so far, 3-0 on the face-offs.
Yeah, exactly what you want to see there is just maintaining ball possession right away after a goal, either that you score or give up. Ball possession is key here as we see Cloudman with it. As Cloudman will drop that one back, Pirates just playing it slow as it's Radicone. Radicone dropping that one off as we see the Pirates just looking for that opportunity. Last time we saw them come down here, we saw Schmidt get that bounce. We're seeing a similar move here now as that one is played back to X there. As we see Radicone all the way around here. Loose ground ball, trying to scoop up by the goalie. And that one is whistled. And it'll stay with the Pirates.
No, they'll give it to the Highlanders. Ragone said he didn't go in the crease, however they called it. And now Highlanders are going to be looking to break out right here. Pirates forcing a lot of pressure.
Yeah, the Highlanders trying to respond after the Pirates with 2 key rushes and really putting the pressure on the Highlanders. We see Haas with it.
Weber able to keep him at bay. The D1 Penn State commit.
Yeah, Weber, one of the top defenders on this team, as we see Haas rotate that one around as it's Duggar with it. Duggar just taking his time, waiting for the play to open up. You see a lot of Pirates swarming that net and trying to clear their goal Ciro's eyes so he has a clear view of a shot and that it is not screened. As Collega with it. Collega spins around there, just trying to find that opening. Crossfield pass is successful as it's Haas. Haas draws 2, able to retreat back as we see Cloudman in tight coverage there as Haas drops that one back. Duggar. As Duggar guarded tightly by Schmidt. There's that dual threat showing again. As Collega bounce shot bounces just over the net. It'll go out of bounds and it'll be Pirates ball.
Yep, right there. Highlanders doing a good job stalling so they can get the line changes, taking the time, able to get everyone off, and now they're going to be looking to put some pressure on this breakout.
As it's Vining starting with it. As Vining will drop that one off for Genovese. Genovese gets past the 50. And he'll just take it down low as they'll work it around here.
Radico now at the top looking for Cloudman.
As it's Cloudman trying to circle back, trying to find that opening. Loose ball there. Radicone able to scoop it up and stay in bounds as you see him tiptoe that sideline. Pirates still looking for that opening. Tight defense here by Haas. Haas guarding Radicone. Radicone passes that one over. Down low to Cloudman. Working it around the X with Zweigbaum. A shot there by Radicone. Bounces away. But it looks like it will stay with the Pirates. As it's Cloudman. Pirates trying to maybe want to pick there. End up retreating off it. Radicone. A shot clock with minute and 5 seconds here. Just working around, tight passes, and a goal for Cloudman. Just waiting for that perfect opportunity and letting Cloudman just convert on that quick shot, give the Pirates a 2-1 lead over the Highlanders.
Yeah, Ragone right there was able to get the nice quick feed over to Cloudman. Cloudman able to slot that bottom corner.
Yeah, as you saw the Pirates just drawing that up the whole time. Every time you saw the ball move away from Cloudman, you just saw him inch closer and closer to right next to the goal, where he ended up going on to shoot that one, as we'll see Kehoe get ready for that fourth face-off as 4:06 to go here. Pirates lead 2-1. As Kehoe scoops up another one, as he is 4-4 on face-offs. That face-off dominance is really showing, and that gets the Pirates down fast.
Yeah, face-offs are huge in lacrosse because it's such a possession-oriented sport. As the Pirates there, though, will turn it over and it'll go to the Highlanders.
Yeah, that looks intended for Gazard, just too high there. As the Highlanders look to respond off of that Cloudman goal. As it'll be Haas. Haas, top point getter on this team and one of the true leaders on this team, the Chew. Chew beats couple there as you just see him waiting for that opening to try and convert and notch this game back up at 2. That one's over to Haas. Haas guarded tightly up top, trying to find the opening with Weber on him. Weber's just always guarding that best player on the other team, and you're seeing it again here on Haas. Haas trying to evade Weber, gets the shot off, and looks like Seal may have gotten a piece of it, so it'll stay with the Highlanders. As behind the net, Aaron's shot there, just wide. It looks like it was touched by a Pirate, as it'll stay with the Highlanders. Haas will go after it. But we're seeing that quick play right out from behind the net. Not able to convert that time, but just opportunity after opportunity. One more go. That was Kershaw there attempting another shot.
Yeah, Highlanders are getting to all the shots first, able to keep possession because of that, which is huge.
As it's Haas. Haas tries to spin off of Weber. Cuts back the other way. Bounce shot just over the net there. As you're seeing Haas very aggressive with his shots. With 51 goals, you're going to need that aggressiveness on your shots. You're not going to be afraid to shoot, and you're just going to want to shoot, and shoot.
Yeah, Samiski able to beat out another loose ball. Now it will stay with the Highlanders.
Yes, we're seeing the Highlanders really draw that as an errant pass. Nearly had a shot open right there in front, as instead it will go out, and it will be Pirates ball.
Yeah, Pirates are able to survive that. Highlanders were putting a ton of pressure on, but able to keep it. Now Weber is looking for the breakout.
As Pirates, just quick as it's Genovese. Genovese gets that one off to Schmidt. Schmidt, the real quarterback of this offense, running it all as it's behind now to X. As Schmidt fakes the cut there, they will play it back to Radicone. Radicone to Green. Green cuts outside. Still going around. Now back to X. Pirates trying to run that same play they did that led to the Clodman goal. As you see Clodman creeping down to the same spot he scored before. Loose ground ball as we see a race for the ball here. Could be a big opportunity here for the Highlanders. They pick up that loose ground ball and go the other way. They go the other way. Here it is. Szymanski. Looks like Seal got a piece of it. Looks like it got caught up in his body. As Weber will run that one away from everybody. And the threat on that one, as Weber fires that one, it'll go wide. And the Pirates will beat that one out.
Pirates are electing to play quick right now. Going to look for a quick chance.
As Green spin around shot, top corner snipe, 3-1 Pirates. As you just see that quickness paying off. The Highlanders did not expect that quickness. Green cut right to the slot, hit it right in the top left corner. Pirates 3, Highlanders 1, with 1:19 to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, after Weber took the shot, the Highlanders were expecting the Pirates to probably play slow and wait for their sixth guy to get out there. However, Pirates opt to generate quickly, and they are able to score.
Yes, we've seen this Pirates team playing very quick. Even on that Weber play, the Highlanders had a high threat down low against the Pirates, and you saw Weber just using his speed and able to just run it away from that threat. As a loose ground ball, Kehoe actually pushes forward on this faceoff, wins another one. Loose ball again. That one looks like it is not able to be corralled, as Kehoe is able to pick that one up right next to the sideline, as that one will be pushed forward with Grizzard.
Yeah, that's a huge pickup right now, and it's a fast break for the Pirates.
As it looks like there may be a little hold there, no call. As it's Grizzard. Grizzard looking for an open teammate.
Yeah, they can waste the clock right now. They do not need a rush. Wait for the shot clock to get low. They have 40 seconds left in this quarter. No need to rush anything.
Agreed. That has been one of the Pirates' fortes today. Just waiting for the opportunity. And when they don't wait and they can just play quick, that quickness has also been another huge thing to look out for. Now down to 24 seconds to go in this first quarter. You see Schmidt cut in, score again, just under the bar. Pirates 4, Highlanders 1. Schmidt goal number 2 on the day, 42 on the year. Raises his team lead with 19.4 to go. Pirates with a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, that's where his shooting ability is humongous. That was a perfect shot right there. And Kehoe now is going to be looking to win his 6th straight faceoff to start this game. Whoever wins this faceoff will give their team a chance to score with 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Agreed, Brian. As we've seen Kehoe very dominant here, and we saw Schmidt run that same exact move he did earlier, except he cut in a little closer to the slot and ended up ripping it instead of pulling it out wide completely. We've seen 2 snipes so far. We see the referee whistle for the Highlanders. Fogo going early. It'll be Kehoe's ball here. Time running down. Pirates with a huge last-second opportunity to extend that lead even more. An errant pass there as it'll go out of bounds and whistled with 11.2. Highlanders, not a lot of time. Looking for that key buzzer beater, now down to 9. Just taking their time. As we see that rush there, as it looks like it'll be 2.8 when that whistle occurred. Waiting for Haas to chase down that ball.
Yeah, they went for the whole court shot, and now they're going to be looking with 3 seconds left to force it.
As Haas fires it, up by 0, and at the end of 1 quarter of play here, Pirates 4, Highlanders 1.
Yeah, Pirates went down 1-0 early and then able to respond back with 4 straight goals on Senior Day. This is a huge game for the standings. Both teams are 5-4 in conference in League 2B, and the winner is going to have a higher seed for playoffs.
Agreed. This is a huge game for that playoff seed, as we've seen these teams in a key situation here. Just Pirates coming out early. We'll see how the Highlanders will respond here. We see the coach just drawing up his game plan, as we saw the Pirates just get high danger opportunities over and over with their speed, their face-offs, and everything.
Yeah, so Mepham's been looking pretty good. It's been a good game so far, 4-1.
And 4-1 here. What a good game they've been having so far. Able to keep the lead over Herricks. And as we wait for the second quarter to start, Josh, why don't we talk a bit about what's been going on in this first quarter so far?
Well, yeah, I mean, the Mepham Pirates have been going to their keys successfully so far. They've started fast with a 4-1 lead after the first quarter. They've played good defense, only allowing 1 goal, and they're getting good shots, clearly, with their 4 goals on the day.
Definitely a lot of great defense there. Obviously, only giving up 1 goal in the first 12 minutes of the game. Great way to keep that momentum. They're trying to keep Herricks from getting onto a hot streak, but they might have no problem with that. They're 7-8 on the season so far, coming off of a tough loss against Roslyn, but they are very confident, this team, to try to get back on the field, to get to that 500 record and take their streak back. Herricks actually 8-7 right now, the opposite, but also lost their last game. And some of their keys here, they want to control the pace of play, want to limit the shots on goal, and win face-offs. But we'll see how they can develop those going into this second quarter, as they did allow a lot of shots in that last one. And now we're going to see the face-off coming up here. And for Mepham, we have Braden Kehoe, the D1 commit, who's top 10 in face-off in Nassau County. Take this one. And it looks like he'll get it. Trying to get around the defender there. Starting a rally. We'll see what Mepham can do. Passing around the ball here. Playing defense there was Jackson Duggar, the freshman. And then we'll see what Mepham tries to do, trying to get around this goal. Getting past the goalie, which they have been pretty successful at so far this game.
Yeah, I mean, Mepham's just got to keep up that forward momentum that they're having with the home crowd tonight. They're up 4-1. They just need to build off of that and hold off Herricks.
We see James Schmidt there taking a quick run around the goal, tries to pass that one out back and score. 5-1 now, Mepham. That was from Liam Ragone. Great play from around the goal to increase that lead to 4 points. And we'll see what comes up after the next face-off after the goal.
I mean, Ragone, tough player with ground balls on in the crease. I mean, you really know that was a great shot from him to extend their lead and push Herricks out further and further.
And Coach Walsh definitely happy to see Mepham carrying the momentum from that first quarter into here. And now we're going to see Anthony Szymanski here for Herricks trying to get the face-off against Mepham. But Kehoe gets it again. Obviously a great player with those face-offs. We see why he's top 10, but a flag will be thrown down around the area there. The play will look to keep going. Kehoe passes that one out, and now we'll see what they can do here. Here, Nate Green at the midline, trying to look for a player, goes back. There, that will be Ryan Radicone, looking to see what he can do, getting inside through the defense. And that one's going to be whistled dead. We'll see what the call is now.
Well, Mepham is always on the attack, it looks like. Herricks really can't get it past the midline.
Definitely a lot of great offense we've seen with Mepham. Obviously, as you said earlier, one of their keys is to start fast, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Once they're able to get these face-offs, they were very willing and able to get past Herricks' defense close to the goal, and that's what we saw there on that last drive with the goal scored. They just have this great momentum to them, which is why they have this lead coming out of the penalty. And now up there in the middle for Herricks, we're going to see Nate Kershaw, who leads their team in assists with 40 on the season. And now going back there with the long stick, we'll see Mepham's number 44, which will be Erjon Cracky. Very good defender for this team. Return to his goal, as we'll start this one coming in with Patrick Cloudman passing, the D3 commit. Over there to Radicone. Radicone over to Schmidt. Schmidt throws, trying to get around there. Passing around between these players. We'll see them try to get close to the goal here, as they've been doing so far this game. They get into the crease. That one just gets away there. Almost could have led to another goal, but Chris Bagnola, the attacker, let it get away. And now Herricks is going to take that one back up, it looks like.
Looks like we're going to finally see a stop from Herricks, maybe even an offensive attack from Herricks coming up. They're trying to cut the lead down from 4 to 3 with a potential goal.
That's definitely what they're going to be hoping for here as we see them speeding down the field there. That's Gavin Duggar, the 36-point scorer this season, committed to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Florida. Very unique major there, but we'll see what they can do as Braden Haas, the D1 commit to the New Jersey Institute of Technology, has to do. Trying to get around here, we see Aiden Kahn. And that will be a steal from Mepham. Great play there. Another defensive effort by Jack Weber. The court.
Some good ball movement right now. They're really passing it around, trying to charge at the Mepham defense. Still yet to score in the second quarter, but you never know. It looks like they might have a chance here.
This has been the first time they've been able to get in that Mepham side of the field successfully in this quarter, but we'll see what their movement is. It looks very similar to what we've seen from Mepham, just passing that around the goal, trying to find a good spot to break into the attack defense, and hopefully for them score their second goal of the game.
Yeah, they're going to keep pursuing this Mepham defense and trying to find a gap to get this goal in, and it looks like they're going to be running it back a little bit to try to create some separation.
And in goal right now, we see the D1 Iona commit. Again, Vinny Ciro, one of the captains of this team, as we'll see him save that shot, bounce it down the field. Michael Grizzard, the senior, chasing after it. Loose ball scooped up there, but knocked out again. Biswas gets it back, passes it up, trying to find a player here. That one's a long throw down the field, intercepted there by Paul Genovese. Genovese trying to move around the defense, gets a shot off and scores. What a great move by Genovese. Almost looked like a little bit of a Euro step there.
Wow, what a play, just to jump to intercept the pass that he threw to his teammate and then just use that momentum to catch the ball, to keep running and attack the goal and get a good shot in to extend their lead up to 6-1.
You know, as a defensive middle player here, he's very athletic. He's been very tough on the ball, as we've seen with that interception. He's able to get in there, getting to the ball, and obviously with his athleticism, cut fast through the defenders, able to get that goal just past their goalie. And now we'll see the face-off here again at 6-1. And they'll take the face-off here. Mepham with another one from the great Braden Kehoe, his third in a row, as we're going to get this downfield. We'll see what Mepham has to do here. Going around. They're going back, pass from Cloudman to Green over here. Just trying to get this ball all around, trying to find a way to get through Herricks as they have so many times this game already. And getting in. 36 from Mepham there, back behind the goal. Back up. There's a battle. The ball's in the air, a little battle there near the cage. But it looks like Mepham may have gotten that ball back.
Yeah, it looks like they did, and they're really going to keep trying to get a goal here. But a great save from Herricks there.
So close there from James Schmidt. Another one of those times where we see, obviously, Mepham able to work amazingly on their loose ball strategies. And James Schmidt, 54 points, leading the team, as well as 40 goals. Showing he's a two-way player is what they've been saying. When I talked to Coach Walsh, you know, he said he's one of the great players in this team. He's a captain as well. And obviously, we'd love to see more of him on the court if you were coach. But now we see Herricks coming up here. Herricks, we got them trying to evade the defenders there. It's Preston Chu with 12 goals on the season. Will be a whistle there, though. And Mepham will take this one up.
Yeah, really physical play there by Herricks to try to get the ball back. Just unfortunately not going to work out for him here, and Mepham's going to have another chance after the timeout.
And now we are going to run over to the huddle to see.
Round here, 16-5 loss versus Roslyn in their last game for Mepham, and they're coming out the gate strong here against Herricks, but Herricks is coming off of a 15-6 loss against JFK, so similar score and a pretty big differential. Let's see if either of these teams could, well, I mean either of them will, but let's see who will come out victorious to try to get a win here at the end.
And I think that one of the reasons why we've seen Mepham take this lead so early in the game and continue with it is their resilience. Obviously, they've been practicing a lot coming up with this game, and even as we see there off to the right side during the game, we see Mepham's goalie, Vinny Ciro, practicing with Coach Walsh before the timeout is over. Obviously, he's been good this game, only let up 1 goal so far, the entire team, and now with just under 7 minutes left in the second quarter, Mepham's going to come back out, and we'll see what their strategy is.
Yeah, I assume they're just going to keep their foot on the gas here and not try to let Herricks back in. It's already pretty far gone for Herricks, but I'm not saying that they won't come back. They definitely have an opportunity here. They just need to find Mepham's weakness, like Mepham has been doing to them.
But you do know what they say. If it isn't broken, don't fix it, and Mepham's been doing that all game, so it looks like they're probably going to keep that same strategy that we've seen from them throughout the game, as we're going to see this ball taken in here by Herricks. That will be number 19, Braden Haas, once again. Leads this team in points. And we'll see him drive in again. Getting attacked by the defenseman. And he takes a quick shot there, and that ball is going to roll all the way off to the right net, and we're going to have that one out of bounds. That one was smoking off the net.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to get it back in here and get another opportunity at Ciro in the net. See if they could get one by him.
And now Herricks taking this in is Kershaw. 56 points again on the season. And we'll see what Herricks will try to do to get past Mepham's defense, which has been nearly impenetrable so far this game.
Yeah, and you can tell that Herricks is having struggles right now trying to get through it, as they're just getting kept around the edge and running in circles, basically trying to find a gap to get through.
I'm seeing a lot of these great defensive players like Jack Weber, Derek Petritis, using that long stick, keeping them, nearly bullying them out of the box, as we've seen so far, and it's just amazing what Mepham's been able to do. As we see a shot, Ciro saves that one.
I mean, yeah, Vinny Ciro has been a different animal in the net today. That is just a ridiculous save. That was a scorching hot ball coming at him, and he just made the save. Herricks, though, will have another opportunity here.
He saves another one off the quick shots. This one will go to Genovese, who's going to bring it down. But I'll tell you, I think Lacrosse goalie has got to be one of the toughest positions to play, as we just saw there with Mepham scoring another one on the Herricks goalie. We see Patrick Cloudman, the senior attacker, getting that one in 7-1 here. He's a starter for a reason, folks. And he just got an amazing shot off there on the goalie.
I mean, great job once again to use the save from Ciro to their advantage and force a fast break where the defense isn't really quite able to get back in time to react to the shot, and Cloudman's able to get a great shot off and extend their lead up to 7-1 now.
We'll see the face-off now, and Braden Keogh will take that one again. He's just been amazing today, but we're going to see what he can do now with such a good lead. We see this one go back to Cloudman. Just scored the goal before, but he'll bring this one in, pass that one back behind the net, out to his left. Trying to look for a hole here.
Mepham trying to extend their lead again. I mean, they've really been doing great at scoring today.
And that one is off the crossbar of the net. Aiden Kahn must feel lucky there. He didn't have to take that one, but it was very close anyway. And this one is going to be fought around midfield. But we'll be rushing back to goal here, Mepham.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Mepham's out hustling them right now, but we could see Herricks take a shot at net here, see if they could get their second on the board.
See, rushing down there, oh my goodness, Vinny Ciro. Just what more can we say about him? Obviously, I cannot deny that was an amazing shot by Gavin Duggar. But Vinny Ciro has just been unbreakable this game.
I mean, he's like a brick wall in net there. I mean, we have not seen more than one goal scored all game from Herricks, and I don't know if we'll see more than that all game at all.
But you can't count him out yet here, as their defense trying to hold up against Mepham, which has been hard for them. But anything can happen. We see Liam Ragone going around as well as Ryan Radicone. Both great players in their own right on this Mepham offense tonight. They're trying to see what they can do around here. Pass back once again. Handling this one near the net, Ragone. Trying to cut through the defenders, but he's trying to
stop it. So let's see if they're going to be able to get their second goal of the game here on this possession.
Chu running up amazing here. Tries to get the shot off, and that one will be too far from goal. Out of bounds. And Mepham will still be up 7-1 with second goal of the game coming from Hayes. And, oh, that's a loose ball. A little bit of a miscue from Schmidt as they're going to whistle that. And the ball will still stay in, though. A little bit of loose ball action here, but we are going to see Mepham eventually come up.
I mean, Herricks might need to try to change their mindsets and their keys here because their face-offs are looking a little bit dry, and they're not really able what they could do.
We're going to see with Mepham, again, this offense relying on passing around, getting that one guy to get in, but the loose ball not successful. Green wasn't able to get it, and we'll see a little bit of struggle there, but Green gets it back, making up for the mistake. Passes that one in just past Herricks' goalie there.
And we have another goal for Mepham. They're extending their lead up to 7 now as they're up 8-1. Oh, my goodness.
Another goal from Cloudman as well. He has been just unstoppable so far. Rough day for Herricks' goalie, but he's going to get back in the net and get back up anyway because that's what winners do. And I'm sure he still has the mind of a winner no matter what the score is. As we see the face-off again here.
It really looked like Herricks might have had a goal there, but the struggle from their player on the fast break really messed it up a little bit. But I'm sure that they have confidence in him and he's going to get it back later.
Szymanski has been a great player so far this game, and he, despite losing the face-off to Kehoe again, we see a loose ball here trying to get that stick down, and we'll see Kehoe eventually recovers it, passes it down there to Ragone, passing over, whips it. What a save. These close shots must be extremely difficult for these Herricks goalies to save, especially with Duggar seeing so many shots today, but we're going to see Herricks bring it up now.
I mean, although the Herricks goalie seems to be struggling with maintaining the score as it is and giving up goals, he's really doing well, and both goalies are.
And now whistle dead, but we're going to see this one come back here. And we'll see 22.8 seconds left in the half. Herricks was trying to get one last possession out. Mepham trying to hold them back. We'll see which way the tide turns for them, starting again. Now we see this one start up, bringing up the ball here will be Nate Kershaw once again, trying to get this ball around back to Kershaw. Kershaw standing back, passes it out again there. That one, this time, going to pass to Duggar. Between Kershaw and Duggar, Kershaw slips a bit there, and that's going to end the half for Mepham and Herricks. 8-1 we've seen so far.
Okay, so, I mean, it's looking really good for Mepham and Herricks here. Herricks really looking to get a shift of the game plan maybe or some motivation from their coach here in halftime. Mepham trying to just keep doing what they're doing.
And now we're going to see them going off the field. Obviously, Mepham's had a great strategy so far this game. They're able to attack Herricks' defense with a great pace of play, with great passing and teamwork. Herricks, just personally, I think they have to work on their defense. Obviously, Mepham's been getting through a lot, but their pace of play has been good so far, and I expect to see a lot out of them in this second half. As we see them going to talk to coach during halftime, change of strategy, change of keys, no matter what, we're going to see another 24 minutes of great football after halftime. Great lacrosse, my bad.
I mean, if I'm playing a guessing game here, I'm guessing that the Mepham coach is saying, keep doing what you're doing, and the Hewlett coach is saying, figure it out, you guys got this, stick to the keys.
Yes, the Herricks coach definitely going to try to change something up here, is what I'm going to assume between the players. Obviously, when you're down 7, it's not the best, but you still got to stay in the game. You got to keep your positivity, and you just got to make sure that you're staying in control of whatever you have. Obviously, even with Herricks just having a goal so far, even if they're not able to control much, it's going to be rough for them if they stick to their game plan, and obviously they're going to want to change.
I mean, yeah, they just got to get motivated. They got to find the creases that Mepham allows, but their physicality on defense has been something special for Mepham. But as well as their goalie has also been really good. So their defense all around has just been pretty unstoppable. And you can't really blame Herricks for struggling to score against the Pirates right now.
A lot of great players we've seen here on Senior Day. Their last lacrosse game must be rough for them, but obviously we see a lot from Petra Cloudman, Ryan Radicone, Braden Kehoe, and other great seniors who get to bask in the glory for one last time before the game's over. Obviously Cloudman, we've seen a couple goals from him, even in this quarter alone. Radicone able to work around the defense, getting these passes in the first place, obviously been helping a lot too with Cloudman. And Kehoe, obviously, looks like he hasn't even missed a face-off this quarter. Just absolute stellar work from those three seniors. Great to shout them out. I hope they have an amazing game.
I mean, yeah, I've seen great play out of all of the seniors almost. Kehoe especially looking very unstoppable at for the face-offs, and Mepham really just bouncing off of his face-off successes and taking it and turning it into momentum that they need.
And as well, another senior on this field tonight, Braden Haas, one of the main drivers of Herricks' offense that we've seen tonight. He leads the team with 74 points so far this season, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, they also have Jose Franco, the midline defender, and Gavin Duggar, the midline player. They have a bunch of seniors that we've seen play pretty well for them so far, being driving factors in both their offense and defense. So senior day has really been great for Mepham especially. Seniors definitely want to end off on a game like this as it looks right now.
And something I've definitely noticed as well through the second quarter is that Herricks looks a bit hesitant to make changes to their roster throughout the game, unlike Mepham did. So maybe that's something that coach is going to bring up to the players. Hey, we need to try to move around our midline or our defense or even switch goalies. See what can work for them. Obviously, they still have 24 minutes left in the game. It probably wouldn't hurt to try out a new strategy and see what they can do.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of great action out of Mepham's rotation and their non-starters as well as their starters and how they bounce off of the momentum left by each other. So Herricks might need to take a note out of Mepham's book and really just learn from what Mepham and their coach is running over there and see if some rotational players could rotate in and make a difference themselves.
And it really hasn't been much of an offensive game so far. Obviously, we've seen a lot of great defense between the teams. Mepham's has just been amazing, and Herricks has been struggling a bit with handling Mepham's offense, but the defensive for both of these teams definitely something to remark about as we go into the second half. And obviously Mepham, talking to Coach Walsh now, must be glad holding such a lead. Obviously, 7 goals is a lot, especially in a game like lacrosse. And we'll see if they're going to be able to either continue their offensive
switch in seconds, and Herrick should never give up and take what their coach tells them at this halftime period and use it to drive their comeback.
And lacrosse here, we have one of the games where getting a turnover is a lot quicker than in other sports, obviously. Things can change, as you said, in just a matter of a couple of seconds between teams. 1 second, you see a team running down the court, just trying to get near that goal, and the next you can see this ball loose or even in the hands of the opposing players. And it's just what you need to see as coach for Herricks here, Mike Chin. He probably wants to see more turnovers. Obviously, Mepham's been doing a lot on the offensive side this game with 8 goals, 4 in the first quarter, 4 in the second. And Herricks, obviously, is trying to look for their defensive structure. Coach wants to see how they can move around and how they can improve in the second half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks really great for Mepham right now. They already have 8 goals after only a half of lacrosse being played, and they could even up the record at the end of the season with an 8-8 record at 500 and see if they could win this game. And if they could hold on, they will do that.
It's amazing to hear now as we see the players warming back up again with just 3.5 minutes left in this halftime period. Mepham running out the defensemen who have been doing great, and Herricks coming out doing line drills. It's a nice day to see some games played, and obviously Mepham having a lot of fans here to support the team in some of their final games of the season, trying to get back up to 500. Herricks risks going back down to 500. If Mepham wins, they will have the equal record.
Yeah, Mepham really needs this win to send the seniors out strong and have them leave on a good note. They both have the same interleague record, so this will also be impacted by this game, meaning that the winner drops down to 5-5 at a 500 record, while the winner goes up to 6-4 and has a pretty good record inside the division.
And now something we're going to see on Mepham's side of the field here. We have Mike Lawrence back from the first quarter. He was playing goalie, and now he's warming up again. We'll see if he comes in for the third quarter and replaces Vinny Ciro, which, in my opinion, is a bit of a questionable decision since Ciro has just been having such a great game so far. But we'll see how it works out for Mepham. Obviously, you can't knock them. They've been having an amazing game so far today. And it's just one of the most interesting things, obviously, when you see a team have one of their main positions like goalie, having them switch between two things. It's kind of like a dual quarterback system in football, but it's not as common in football as it is in lacrosse, and we'll see what Lawrence can do going into this third quarter if he will start.
Well, this game is only their last regular season game. They always have the playoffs if they make it, and there is still some lacrosse left to be played for either team depending on their victory. Now, Michael Lawrence, who's coming in, as mentioned, at goalie, has won all of his 3 starts at the net this year. So if he could carry the momentum left for him by Vinny Ciro and plays like he was in the first quarter, Herricks might struggle greatly again to get some more points on the board.
And we'll see also if Mepham's defense, as we've been mentioning, is able to keep up. Obviously, they've been playing great this game, only letting up the 1 goal, but that 1 goal was let up by Mike Lawrence, as we've seen. But with just a minute left in the half, if Mepham's able to come out and keep the offense going, it'll be great for them. And Herricks, they just got to think about that defense. But if Herricks starts to turn the tides and Coach Chin's strategy really works, Lawrence might have a big weight on his shoulders.
Yeah, 100%. Lawrence needs to be ready, especially considering he hasn't started much this year. He needs to make sure that he is prepared for this Herricks offense that will come out slinging with their new updated keys to victory that they will have in the second half from their coach.
But also, Mepham's Coach Walsh on the goaltending side is always going to have Ciro. And speaking of Ciro, it looks like Ciro has just been absolutely amazing this game. Obviously, he hasn't given up a goal throughout 12 minutes of play with so many Herricks shots either going away from the net or him being able to stop them. Obviously, these lacrosse balls are going extremely fast, as we've seen today between both teams.
Yeah, you see some shots that you think might be some easy goals for Herricks, and then somehow Ciro just gets his stick in the way and blocks it, saving it from a potential goal and momentum shift to let Herricks back in it.
And speaking of the man of the hour, we're going to see Ciro go back in this net, take this game on going into the second half, and we'll see more of his mastery to come as the quarter is going to start very soon.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the second half because, you know, it's never over until it's over, and Herricks is definitely going to play by that strategy.
And now whistle comes there. Herricks starts with the ball in Duggar's hands. Obviously one of their top players in this team, but it will go back here, trying to get in there. Back to Duggar, looking around, passes that one out there to McCloskey, trying to look around. Back to Duggar, looking again, back over. More passing here from Herricks. A lot of their strategy revolves around this passing game that they've had. Back to McCloskey on the outside. We haven't seen much of him today. They go back over. Looking again there, Kershaw. Trying to find it. Mepham's going to send a mid-lineman down. But this one goes back out here to Haas. whistle gets blown. Mepham starts to take this ball up.
Shot clock is going to expire for Herricks there, and Mepham's going to take over and see if they could get the momentum started for them here in the second half.
That is a rough one for Herricks if I was them, spending that much time in the crease just to get called for the shot clock violation. Rough play there. We're going to see Mepham bring up this ball, see if they can either extend their lead or give Herricks another chance.
Yeah, if you're Herricks, you definitely do not want to let this goal up. This goal will effectively decide the momentum that's going to start the second half. And if Herricks gives up this goal, Mepham might run away with this game, leaving them no door to come back through.
Schmidt brings up this ball again, passes to Radicone, who passes back to Schmidt. Schmidt driving in around the defenseman, gets a shot off, and we'll see what the call is. To my angle, it looks like it went into the net, but we'll see what the refs have to say after a great shot there from Schmidt after evading the defenders. It will be called a goal. 9-1 Mepham. 8-goal lead.
That was a great shot by Schmidt, using his acceleration to his advantage and giving the Herricks goalie a tough challenge of stopping that shot.
Another part of the things we've been seeing a lot of this game was to see Kehoe go up for the face-off again with Szymanski on the other side. Cloudman, Radicone, Schmidt, some great players this Mepham boys lacrosse team is very happy to have. As you see the face-off go again, we'll see if Kehoe can extend his streak of getting these face-offs, and it looks like he does, scooping up this ball, taking this one back up against Szymanski with the long stick.
I don't know if I've seen Szymanski get one on Kehoe in these second and third quarters, so if Kehoe keeps up his dominance, there's always a chance that Mepham could keep running away with this game and leave no option for Herricks but to just take some wild shots that they might regret.
Well, as we mentioned earlier at the start of the second quarter, Kehoe is 10th in the county in face-offs, which is very good. As we see Green bringing this one around over to Schmidt, trying to look for another hole like they got. Green takes this one again, trying to rush on the defenseman, tries to get around, gets a shot off, but that one is going to go deflected into the back net. Another great play here from the Herricks goalie, Aiden Kahn, redeeming himself from the goal before.
Yeah, I mean, Green, it looked like a decent shot out of him, but it just looked like it might have been a little bit rushed and off balance from the pressure from the Herricks defense.
And we'll see bringing this one up here will be Braden Haas once again. Flag thrown. We'll see what that happens to be. As we see another defenseman, Genovese, trying to push Haas away, but Haas is able to get the ball off there. But he gets the ball back from Szymanski, running this one up.
This is an urgent possession for Herricks. They cannot run out of time on the shot clock, and they definitely need to utilize this opportunity to get on the board.
A great defense playing here from Mepham, as we're going to have that whistled again. So you start with that ball, actually. Let me clear a few things up, because I've been saying Szymanski a lot this game. There's the freshman, Patrick Szymanski, who's number 2, freshman attacker for Herricks, but there's also, who's been doing the face-offs, Anthony Szymanski, number 22, the senior defenseman. So there's your clear up there. I will be referring to them with their first initials now, and we'll see what goes on bringing this ball back in.
Big opportunity for them to get another shot on at goal and see if they could get one past zero to get that first goal they gave up in this half back, which they definitely need to even out the momentum that we've seen so far.
Kershaw passing this one out here to Duggar. Duggar getting it back to Kershaw. Kershaw having a bit of trouble handling that one. He's coming back, trying to get in around Mepham's defense. That one shot back out to Duggar. Duggar running around. He loses the ball, though. Picked up by Eamon O'Connell. A bit of a fumble there. And there's a missed pass trying to go to Genovese, but Genovese looks to be able to recover that, but that's a loose ball. Ball knocked around a bit there that we just saw, and it will be whistled as it looks like one of the coaches called a timeout.
Yes, indeed. Herricks definitely needs to start getting the shots that they definitely want. on net, and they definitely need to start capitalizing off of all these opportunities with the ball that they've got. So they've got a big mountain to climb. It's just, can they? And they definitely need to capitalize more often.
And Coach definitely isn't holding back any punches either. Walsh has been keeping the offense going this game. Obviously got that first goal quick with Cloudman. And we've seen a lot more out of them so far, obviously, with the great defensive effort and offensive effort between these two teams. It's great to see, if I was Coach Walsh, what the boys have been doing. And obviously with an 8-goal lead, 8 minutes, 21 seconds left in the half, we'll see if it'll be smooth sailing or if the Pirates will hit some rough waters.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, as I said earlier, there's always a chance for a huge momentum shift in the matter of seconds or minutes, where Herricks could just flip the script and completely come back from this 8-point deficit. It's just they need to start executing their shots more often and get more stability on defense.
And we'll see the boys come back out here to take the game back into the third quarter. Again, 9-1 Mepham here coming back out. It's been rough, as we've seen so far for Herricks, but they've been able to hold up, and we'll see if they're able to get a bit of offense going, as we're going to see Mepham get this ball taken in by Steven Zwigbaum. Herricks is going to take this one in, actually. Tries to get a bounce shot on Ciro, but he gets his racket on that one again. The sticks have been amazing, but Herricks is going to get that one back, actually. And he's going to score goal number 2 for Herricks. Braden Haas.
It's exactly what Herricks needed right there. Just another goal to pair what they were at 1 from the first half. And now the Mountains only a little bit shorter at 7.
The main offensive player for Herricks so far, Braden Haas, scores goal number 2 for this Herricks team. Still a large deficit to overcome, but maybe that was the kick they needed. The little pebble to move to set off a huge landslide of points, as you see Kehoe and Patrick Szymanski coming up for the face-off. But Kehoe wins this one again. If I'm tracking correctly, that would have been his 7th in a row since the second quarter started. We're going to pass this one out there to Cloudman, who had the 2 goals in the second quarter. But they're bringing this one back. They're trying to set up a strategy here. See what they do as we get a replay here of Herrick scoring that goal. Braden Haas running up, whipping that shot past Ciro. Obviously something we haven't seen much of today. Ciro giving up a goal. That was the first time he's given one up.
I mean, Mepham is really looking to kill the Herricks comeback idea right now with this offensive possession. And unfortunately, that shot's going to be a little bit off.
Just a bit outside there for James Schmidt. Tried to get the corner and missed. Rough play there, but obviously with a 7-goal lead, not much of a downer.
Maybe we're seeing a huge shift for Herricks' favor here, and maybe Herricks is going to be able to ride this wave into a potential comeback.
We're going to see Mepham take this one back in, though. Cloudman with it once again. Passes that one out. We'll see him try to get this one around. That one's going to bounce a bit. She's trying to chase it between Radicone and Schmidt. Schmidt's going to get it, bring it up. 7 minutes left in the quarter. Schmidt ringing this one around the net. And shot by Zero, but deflected there. Great play there from Aiden Kahn.
Yeah, it's just going to be a little bit outside up above, and Kahn's going to get his racket to it and make a big play to prevent a Mepham goal.
Obviously preventing these goals, something that Herricks has been struggling a bit with, but something that Aiden Kahn has shown that he can do, as we're going to see Herricks take this one up. And the specific player, Rocco Kaloga, the sophomore defenseman, passing it out, who we haven't seen yet, Preston Cho now, take this one up. Gives it to Duggar. Duggar, another one of the great offensive players for Herricks. Duggar pushed out there. Great defensive effort again by Mepham. It was a sight to behold. Timeout called with 6 minutes and 27 seconds left in the third quarter.
I mean, Mepham's been playing some bully ball on defense here against Herricks, and it's kind of looking like Herricks isn't able to hold their own against the physical, quick Mepham defense. But, of course, they got their goal there, so maybe they'll be able to come out of this timeout and capitalize with another goal to make this lead even shorter.
And being on a lacrosse field is very intense, as these boys have seen so far. There's never really a second where you can rest. There's always thinking. You got to think about what the next move is. You have to think about where you're supposed to go. You got to think about the schemes and strategies that go into this game. Obviously, a great mental game as well as physical between both teams. The spinning, the speed coming out of all of these players running down the court, trying to get around the defenseman. The great shots coming from their sticks as well. It's a sight to behold, really.
It's a very strategic game as we've seen so far. It looks like there's different strategies that might be more beneficial to each team, and the strategies used are definitely going to be a huge factor to the rest of this game.
But it did only take Herricks a couple of minutes to score the same amount of goals they did in the first half, so...
Yeah, so maybe that's a good sign for Herricks, and they'll be able to ride that wave into many more goals. As Michael Lawrence, the goalie, is going to sub in, as we've said earlier, he is the senior who has not lost a start yet at goalie.
And he did play in this first quarter, so it looks like Mepham is good. And my goodness, that was quite the attempt at a defensive play there from Mepham Stevens Wigbaum, the junior, with a bit of a dirty hit. But we'll see here. Ooh, Mike Lawrence gives up a goal there. Herricks has number 3 on the day. Braden Haas with his second goal of the quarter, and there, Herricks will triple their goal total.
That is huge for Herricks. They definitely needed that goal, and they got it. I mean, they used the goalie sub and maybe Lawrence being a little bit too new to the half and unwarmed up from his previous first quarter appearance, and they used it to their advantage to cut the lead down to 6.
And as I said before, Herricks scoring that goal probably had a big hand in playing this one, as we're going to see that again. Haas just taking that one from deep and getting it past Lawrence. Just couldn't get to it in time, as we'll see the face-off. Kehoe wins his 8th straight face-off.
Ridiculous.
That's something that we've seen a lot. A bit of a loose balling here, but we're going to see this one get picked up by Mepham. This time, Derek Petritis coming into the game, the sophomore. We'll see this ball moved around again. Now Cloudman backing up with it, trying to maneuver the defense. This Wiegbaum bounces it over to Ragone. Ragone having a bit of trouble handling it. Knocked out. Herricks is going to take that one. Shrein Biswas sends this one over, and it's rolling. It's just barely scooped up. Gavin Duggar getting a whole hand on that one. As he passed it over in his spare time, rips another one. What a great shot from number 2 for this Herricks team. Marco Collega, another great player who we actually haven't seen much of so far this game, scores his goal. And now it's 9-4 Herricks. They're really trying to mount a comeback here.
Looks like Lawrence might be struggling a little bit out there after the substitution, but just Herricks is really using the momentum shift, and they're trying to get the most of it.
We're going to see that one again. Obviously, we saw Collego just really another play similar to goal 3 from before, spinning around that defenseman, taking the long shot, and Lawrence just not able to get it. As Kehoe goes for the face-off with his 9th straight, a little bit of rough sticking there. They were going to call a penalty. And they're going to have Kehoe, will he take this one down? He will, but he does pass it over to Nate Green.
Herricks looking for a crucial stop here to continue their momentum shift and tried to mount this whole comeback that started at 8 and is now all the way down to 5.
Now it's Radicone over to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to look for an outlet here to score another goal for Mepham. They've been on a bit of a dry streak with Herricks' hotness, but he rips that in, saves it down there, not getting it into his net, but keeping it out.
Great save from Herricks there in a huge spot, and now they have a chance to continue riding this offensive wave against Lawrence in the net and potentially cut the lead down to 4.
Ooh, rough play there from Biswas. Not able to get his stick into that one. Rough play there. The pass was good from Preston Chu. He just didn't have the right angle on it. But now it looks like we're going to see Mepham bring it up.
So Mepham's going to be gifted another chance at Herricks' goalie and potentially, again, looking to get a huge save if you're Herricks.
Radicone Schmidt to Cloudman. Great passing game over to Zweigman. Over to Ragone. Back to Radicone. Every possession here requires several passes just to set up the shot. Nate Green passes it over. Scores goal number 10 for Mepham there. Great shot there by Cloudman. Obviously, that possession required around 8 passes to even get going, but Mepham takes advantage, getting to the double digits, trying to push their lead back away from Herricks.
Yeah, the passing was so crucial for Mepham there, and Cloudman, as we've seen a few times already today, finished for another goal for Mepham to try to build that lead back up, and it's now back at 6.
And we're going to see that one again. Obviously, Cloudman, a lot of shots being taken from that right side of the goal. Maybe the goalies just don't have the right reaction time going into the half, but we're going to see Kehoe go for his, I believe, 10th consecutive face-off win. That would be such a great milestone to see for this game. That's why he's top 10 in the county. We
Of
see
course.
Patrick Szymanski against him now. Ref whistles it, and what do you know? He wins it again. Trying to loose ball it to one of his teammates. He does end up getting this one off. We'll pass it up there. Pass to Ragone there from Jack Weber. This one brought back around. Going
Mepham
over.
keeping the pressure on Herricks to try to extend this lead once again to an even larger amount.
Losing the ball there. Mepham knocks it up in the air. Ragone tries to get under it. Oh, that guy there, number 22 for Herricks, Anthony Szymanski, looks like he lost a glove. But he does get that one back up. Cloudman passes it out to Radicone. Radicone trying to maneuver. Once again, trying to set up this pass system that's been working so well for them in this game.
Herricks trying their hardest to not let Mepham get them full momentum back and keep extending this lead to great heights. Making it
to Cloudman to Ragone, bouncing off the stick from Herricks' goalie there, Khan. Now it's going to roll out of bounds. 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter, and it looks like Herricks might have a chance to cut down this lead once more. Mepham brings it back in, however. Cloudman gets this one back. Cloudman passes out to the center where he sees Radicone. Radicone trying to maneuver this defense. Once again, Duggar on him. Pass behind the net. Casius running around. Tries to flick that one close. Ragone just didn't have it down, and that ball is going to roll all the way to Mepham's defense side. And Herricks is going to get this one up.
So Herricks is going to be able to get another chance at Lawrence here, which they've been pretty successful with. So maybe they'll be able to get one past Michael.
So here Duggar passes that one out. Another shot goes back, and Lawrence actually saves that one. Looks to be his first save of the quarter, as we're going to see this one brought back out by Sean Maroney. But we'll see now this one, Genovese. Genovese tries to pass that one over to Ragone, just doesn't have the arm on it. Zweigman tries to get it. Maroney tries to get it, doesn't have the stick on it, but now Ragone has it back. Ragone looking around, looks to an open Cloudman. Cloudman gets it. Cloudman once again with the ball. We've seen 3 goals from him in the past 2 quarters. We'll see what he can do with a minute 40 left. Tries to rush the goal. Running towards Khan, goes behind, and behind that he drops back, trying to look for another player. Gets the one to Radicone. Radicone looking again. Gets the one to Casius. Casius with the shot, deflected by Khan. Nearly off his core there, as he's going to send this one out.
Look at Mepham there applying pressure, as we've seen all game, and not letting Herricks get the idea that they could come back and take this one over.
Khan's been in his element so far this half, only giving up 2 goals as opposed to the 8 we've seen in the first half, and that one's going to try to go for the bounce shot. just not with the right angle. This is going to bounce over Khan's head, and it looks to be brought back up by number 4 for Herricks, passing that one in. That'll be Gino Safuto, the sophomore.
Herricks, a huge opportunity that they need to capitalize on here against them.
Haas sprinting up once again. Haas trying to look around. Back at that place from the previous shots. Deflected there by Lawrence. Able to get his body onto it, preventing the goal from going in, and 10-5 is not coming up at this point. But Herricks is going to bring this one back. 10-4, Mepham, as we see them trying to get to the goal. Going around, just trying to find an outlet once again. Passing around has been both teams' games. We'll see Mepham's defense has been doing good. Tries to whip it. It looks like it did hit somebody there. And we'll see Mepham player is down. Ryan Vining, the senior who just went in, looks like he got hit pretty badly there.
Yeah, that looks rough for him.
One of the risks of lacrosse, obviously, with the balls being so hard and the ball's obviously going at such a fast rate due to the sticks, we hope that Vining is going to be okay. Obviously, coach coming out there to check on him.
Yeah, I mean, but back to the game, Herricks is still going to have an opportunity once we come back from this injury break. And Herricks is really going to want to keep up the pressure against Mepham and try to get one back.
As you see, Herricks got deep in there. The shot might have gone in if Vining wasn't able to block it, but blocking it might have not been the best idea there, as it looks like he will be able to get up here, and we'll see if he stays in the game or not. See, he's getting an ovation now. Obviously great to get up after those kind of injuries. He's going to get walked off the field by coach, as we'll see this game come back. 28 seconds left in the third quarter, and we'll see what Herricks does now.
Hopefully Vining is going to be all right, but now Herricks needs to focus on the future and try to get back in this one, although Lawrence has seemed to be getting back into the flow of things since the more recent part of the third quarter.
And now we're going to see Lawrence pass this one back in. Mepham probably just wants to try to go for another goal before the quarter ends. And Herricks definitely wants to stop them, as we see this one brought up here by Nate Green. Looking around here as well, Grizzard coming in. One of the starters in this game coming back. Is going around this one. Scrum at the net. Will go to Khan. Khan chucks this one downfield. Hayes trying to chase it. Hayes, the long shot, wide left, and that's going to signal the end of the third quarter. Rough one there from Herricks, but they did score 3 goals, which is a good sign to come for them. As now we're going to see Herricks down 6. Obviously, they've been able to make comebacks before, and if they're able to make this comeback, it's going to be great for them to see.
Yeah, as we are going to be joined by Brandon Catalina and Jared Broxmeyer right now.
Yeah, as we get ready for this fourth quarter, a lot of bright spots for Herricks in that fourth quarter there. You saw them just fire the ball and able to get a couple into the back of the net, led by their stars, Braden Haas, who scored a couple there and even a couple from just far out. They just fired and able to get a couple to go. But then on the other side, you have Schmidt now, who has a hat trick this game, and Cladman, just led by those two, just dominating performances.
Yeah, I feel like another under-the-radar dominating performance right now is Kehoe. Kehoe has been winning almost all of these face-offs this game, and that's certainly a reason why they're up by 6. If he loses some more face-offs, this game could be tied at about 7 goals.
Agreed, as we see Michael Lawrence heading back in between the pipes for the Pirates, as we wait for Herricks to break their huddle here, just waiting for the final seconds, just coach making his final play calls, making sure everybody's on the same page to try and get this comeback going.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get this comeback going. There's still plenty of time left. You win 3 face-offs here, score 3 quick goals, and now it's a 3-goal game.
As you see Pirates making a last-minute substitution with Grizzard coming on, being the last man. You see the Highlanders keeper heading back in between the pipes, and Khan referee making sure Kehoe and the Highlanders Fogo is ready as we get ready for the face-off here between the Pirates and the Highlanders to kick off this fourth quarter. And that one is one back, ground ball there, loose ball still, and that one is picked up by the Highlanders, nearly intercepted by Grizzard. Highlanders will retreat back with it as it's Kolega. Kolega in past the 40.
Yeah, Samiski with a big face-off win right there. Highlanders are going to look to operate.
As getting it back to X here, you see that ground ball there. Referee whistles for a little physicality on the Pirates here, so it'll be Highlanders ball.
Yeah, Weber was trying to force the turnover a little too rough, and Highlanders keep it.
As Haas will bring it back to X position, trying to work it around. We saw them come out quick from behind the net and score before. As he tried it again, looked like he took a bump there. Big hit there by the Pirates. As loose ball there, and that one hits the back of the net there. So a snipe there. Highlanders cut the deficit to 5. It is Marco Kolega picking up the 5th goal for this Highlanders team.
Yeah, as there was a flag down on Cracky right there. Most likely going to be a cross-check. However, goal goes in, and it's going to be 10-5. Pirates still up.
Yeah, and here's a replay of that goal by Kolega, just able to get around the defender and rip it home there. So just 40 seconds to go in this fourth quarter already, and just a great start by the Highlanders, able to go right in and put the pressure on and pick up the first goal of this quarter.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens this face-off. But 10-5 right now, only took 40 seconds.
He's waiting for the face-off here, as that was it. It was a loose ground ball that they won away from Kehoe to get it. As that ground ball, no one able to get a stick on it. Kicked back by the Highlanders. Highlander goes down. That was scooped up there by Kehoe as Kehoe crosses the 30.
Yeah, Kehoe now going to be looking to go for the change. Get it off, but now he's looking to push it.
As Kehoe will dump that one off. Pirates will play it all the way around as it's Cloudman. Cloudman waiting for his teammate to check in as they'll play it back. Just taking their time here with this 5-goal lead, letting as much time run off as they can without taking that shot clock violation. As we see Radicone. Radicone take a step in, back to Ragone. Ragone down to Cloudman. Cloudman is retreated all the way around to Radicone. As we see Cloudman trying to fight into the slot, pulls it right back out. Just lots of movement for this Pirates. Quick passes, errant pass there. As it is whistled, it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Highlanders ball.
Yeah, Pirates going for a quick substitution. Highlanders right now taking a bit of time. Don't want the whistle to start until they get their offensive players out here.
That was very tight defense for the Highlanders, not allowing a true high-danger opportunity for the Pirates. So exactly what you want to see from the Highlanders, coming off of scoring that goal, carrying it right over to the defensive end. As you see Chu with it. Chu trying to speed around a couple defenders, able to evade one. Now has Weber on him at midfield. Dumps that one back. As it's Duggar. Duggar all the way around, evades a couple, including Weber. Duggar all the way in here. Cracky with the tight defense there, able to knock it away temporarily, but it's picked back up by the Highlanders as they'll pull that one all the way around. Still circling back with it, trying to find the opening to beat Cracky. As a toss. Chew, and just all the way around, nearly bounces in, scooped up by Grizzard. Grizzard loses it. Again, tight defense on all over, but the Pirates able to get it up to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to open up the first rush here for the Pirates. As Schmidt walks in, beats one, shoots wide. Referee will whistle, and it'll go to the Highlanders. So back-to-back, Highlanders getting back, able to not allow that shot, and force turnovers both possessions.
Yeah, Weber was able to make a very nice breakout play, get the ground ball, breakout pass over to Schmidt. Pirates weren't able to capitalize, however.
As we see the Highlanders on the rush again, we've seen them a lot on the rush in this fourth quarter, really trying to put pedal to the metal here to erase this 5-goal deficit. We see them play it around to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Kershaw. Kershaw with already a couple today here, as it's Kershaw all the way around to Haas. Haas guarded by Weber again. We've seen that matchup all day, and Haas able to beat Weber just a couple times as Duggar. Duggar shot, scores, able to get it past Lawrence. Goal number 2 of the quarter for the Highlanders. Goal number 6 on the game, and just like that, it's down to 4. 4 minutes in, and Highlanders pick up 2. Highlanders having the perfect recipe to success right here for that comeback. 2 quick goals, able to fire, force those defensive stops, and just do what they're doing. And just here's a replay of that again. Just the rip by Duggar, able to get it past Lawrence. 8:22 to go in this fourth quarter here. Is Highlanders 6, Pirates 10.
Yeah, both teams right now knows what's at stake. A playoff seeding spot on the line. Both teams looking for the easier seeding.
As a big face-off here, as we've seen Kehoe not able to come up with the last 2. Ended up leading the 2 Highlanders goals. Ground ball here again. Kehoe whiffs on that one as it's hit back to the Highlanders. So we've seen the Highlanders come away with the last 3 face-offs and go right back on the attack where they've been majority of this quarter as it's Chew. Chew pulls it back behind the net, working it around the X position where Kershaw's waiting for it. Kershaw guarded by Petritis. Petritis with the tight defense there on Kershaw. Kershaw still holding on to it, as it looks like Petritis takes a man down there, draws the flag and the whistle.
And the Highlanders will be going man up right there, running through the pick. I guess they thought they saw a little contact right there, and this is a huge opportunity right now on man up. Get this to a 3-goal game.
Agreed. As Petritis just tried to work around the pick, made a little too much contact. 7:48 to go, and a big opportunity for the Highlanders here after that foul call.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge opportunity right here. 6-on-5 man up. Offense usually scores about 70-80% of the time. So this is going to be a very challenging kill. And if the Highlanders score right here, 3-goal game with 8 minutes left.
I'm expecting big plays from Chew, Haas, Kershaw, and Duggar, the big 4 on this team here. They've run it through them all day. And here we go, the beginning of this man advantage. As we see Kershaw. Kershaw working it around the X and ground ball that's loose. Able to be scooped up by Weber. Weber coming up exactly when they needed to and play it up to Genovese. Genovese trying to escape it away there. Able to get past the 40 and trying to just kill as much time as he can off this man advantage and keep it away from the Pirates' own goal here.
Yeah,
Cloudman.
They're just content with playing keep away right now. They do not have to rush at all. We'll see when the Highlanders want a double team.
As it's Schmidt, the Highlanders need to try and pick up that ball here and take advantage of this man advantage here. As Pirates just taking their time here, letting time run. As we see the man advantage has concluded, Pirates able to kill it off and still in the offensive zone here with Schmidt. Pick there set by Ragone as it is back to Radicone. As we see the Pirates just dump it to the freshman off the bench here. And just taking their time, looking for that big play, not worrying about the clock at all. As we see Schmidt wind up, bounces just wide there, as that one will stay with the Pirates.
Yeah, as the Pirates did not even give the Highlanders an opportunity to score, held on to it the entire man up, and it is even.
Yeah, the biggest play there of that man up for the Pirates was by Weber. Weber, right when the Highlanders, you thought they were going to get it going on that man advantage, winning that huge 50-50 ground ball. As we see the Pirates on the attack here, and that's Green. Green trying to squeeze it through there, save there by the Highlanders. The Highlanders trying to get that attack going. We saw before that man advantage and get back to right where they've been for this second half. Very strong. As it's Haas. Haas all the way through. Haas fakes the shot there. Ball is loose and goes out. Referee whistles, waiting for the call here.
It's going to say Highlanders ball out on Vining right now.
As it is Duggar. Duggar in here. Guarded by Schmidt. Duggar evades Schmidt. Shot from not a great angle there. Goes wide. 5:40. Clock stops, but it'll stay with the Highlanders.
Yep, they're going to continuously just relentless pressure right now. And, maybe they're looking for that goal to make it within 3.
As we see a spin move there by Kershaw. As Kershaw works it all the way around back to Haas. Circling this matchup all day, Haas and Weber. Block shot there by Schmidt. Bounces all the way out and into the crowd there. Key block there by Schmidt as we saw Haas maybe think he saw that opening and cut it down to a 4-goal deficit. As it'll stay with the Highlanders after that block shot by Schmidt.
Yeah, Genovese was trying to argue that it should be past the 50, which would allow the attackman to try and join. However, the refs are now consulting with each other.
Yeah, waiting for this call. This is a big call here for the Pirates, allowing those extra defenders for the Pirates to force it back there. The referee will decide that it'll be where it went out around the 41-yard line, so those attackers will not be allowed to go after this one. It'll start with Haas, the key player on this Highlanders team. As a flag already here. Not quite sure what that flag was on, as it looks like it could have been on potentially the Pirates coaching staff. Waiting for the explanation here. 5:21 to go. Referee talking over with Coach Walsh.
Yeah, we'll see what they call right here. I'm thinking it's going to be something towards an unsportsmanlike conduct. And
agreed, as it looks like Walsh was trying to say and agree with Genovese how that one should have been beyond the 50. So referee will pick up his flag here, and the Pirates will send a man to the box. And here we go, another big opportunity. 5:21, another man advantage for this Highlanders team. Pirates key man advantage killer and Weber out there.
Yeah, this is a huge opportunity right now. And we'll see if they can capitalize. They just got gifted a chance on man up for the second time this quarter. Let's see what they can do.
As last time, not able to get a shot on goal, able to get it back to X, but lost possession there to Weber. And here's Haas. Haas guarded now by Genovese with that man advantage. As you see the Pirates just running that box defense on this penalty kill. As it's back to Haas. Haas trying to find the opening. Didn't see a lot there. Bounces it over the net there. It'll stay with the Highlanders. As it will be McCloskey with 11 goals on the year. He'll be starting with it. As actually it'll be Kershaw. Kershaw has been playing from behind the net and X all day here as he gets this one out. 5:01 to go in this game here. Tight defense by Weber on Kershaw. Now over there, shot and score, man advantage, converted, exactly what you needed. Duggar yet again, a 10-7 here. The Highlanders needed that one big time. After the last man advantage, as you see Lawrence head to the sideline, CO checked back in as he played majority of the first half and checked out about halfway through the third quarter for Lawrence on his senior day. But the Highlanders finding their momentum as they have all the goals in this fourth quarter here. A lot of the high danger opportunities. And just here's a replay of Duggar winding up here and able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, just like that, we have a very close game. 3 goals so far for the Highlanders in this quarter as Kehoe gets a clean face-off win.
As that is exactly what the Pirates needed. The first face-off, Kehoe has won clean, and overall the Pirates team has won this fourth quarter, and you needed that in response to those last couple goals. Now it's back to Schmidt. Schmidt with 4:35 to go. Pirates still up by 3 here. As it's Schmidt taking his time, looking for that perfect opportunity. Every goal matters for both teams here down the stretch.
Yeah, Schmidt's going to be looking to go to the middle right now, weighing his options and going to pass out.
And they will work it back around to X. Radicone calls for it. He gets it. Radicone. Back around here. Tight pressure, tight defense overall for this Highlanders team, not allowing an open opportunity for the Pirates. Pirates just circling back and forth and playing it all the way around to X. Just looking for that opportunity. Trying to get the shot coming out from X. Pirate loses his stick. Loose ground ball here. Referee whistles. It'll stay with the Highlanders. As that whistle was on the Pirates, it looks to be.
Yeah, it's looking like Pirates' stick was in the crease, so it's going to stay with the Highlanders. Highlanders looking to clear now.
Again, tight defense for this team by the Highlanders. Very tight defensive quarter for this Highlanders team, not allowing a true shot on goal for the Pirates. As you see Haas. Haas being full court pressed by this Pirates team. Pirates trying not to allow Haas, as he's the real quarterback on this team. And see Weber with the tight defense on Haas there. Ended up stepping over him there. Looks like Weber was called maybe for a little contact on Haas.
Yeah, and the discipline right now is starting to show. That's going to be the third man up of this quarter for the Highlanders.
As I expect the Highlanders doing exactly what they did last time. Run it around to Kershaw and use Haas as the decoy because he's the star and draws so much attention, especially with a couple goals today, and end up running into Duggar with that quick shot. But any of those guys are a key threat, and also Kollega, who has a couple goals today. So anything can go for this team. 3:28. This is a huge opportunity on this third man advantage. They are 1 for 2 on the day here.
Yeah, and also this is the best killer for the Pirates out. D1 commit to Penn State. So the Highlanders are going to have a very good chance.
And this is Kershaw starting it off. Kershaw goes into the slot, fires it out, able to hit a teammate in front. Seal was out of his crease there, wide open net, bounces away. Haas corrals it behind the net. Haas trying to hustle it, and Seal not back in the possession fully yet, as it is worked around here for Duggar. Duggar back around, little give and go. Ball is loose, intercepted by Genovese, as Genovese will run that one away.
As O'Connell able to pick it off, and you can see Ciro's athleticism in that he is going for the hits, and now we have a fast break right now for the Highlanders.
As Duggar right back in, on that man advantage still, Duggar curls back around. Duggar trying to find his opportunity, decides to pass that one off to Kollega. Kollega will hold on to that one as he would dump that one over to Chew. Chew picked there by Kollega. Chew around here, Pirates back at even strength. And that one's played back to X. X holds on to it in Kershaw. Worked around here, 2:15 to go. Running out of time, it is Duggar. Duggar spins away from Gazard, shot, and it will go off of, it looks to be Ciro, and will stay Highlanders ball. 2:06 to go, down by 3.
Yeah, Highlanders got to work quickly right now. They need 3 goals in 2 minutes. Got to look for a quick pass to the middle.
As here we see Kirsch coming out from behind the net. Quick shot, low shot. Ciro able to get down low there and make that save.
Yeah, Ciro, very nice save right there. You can see the athleticism and then the breakout pass right there to Gazard.
As Gazard on the rush, trying to get the Pirates back that 4-goal advantage. Gazard loses it, picked up by the Highlanders. They'll play it right back to their keeper. As the Highlanders just trying to do what they've done majority of this fourth quarter. As you see Chew using his speed. Chew gets the speed, gets into the opening. Looks like he took a slash there by Gazard. And that is going to be man advantage number 4 for this Highlanders team of the fourth quarter. 128. This is big for the Highlanders. A must-score situation if you want to have a big shot at winning this game.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to have to work quickly. They have gotten their 4th chance. The Pirates' discipline has not been good so far, and we'll see what they're able to do.
As here we go, we see the keeper hanging out low here. Will the Highlanders end up trying to pull their keeper here down by 3, 128
Yeah, we'll see what they want to do. 6-on-5 man advantage right now. And, yeah, we'll see what they want to do. 2 minutes or 1:30 to go.
As we see the referee waiting to give the signal here for the Highlanders to start up this 4th man advantage. As it'll start in Haas's stick. Haas guarded tightly back by Weber, who is out there for this man advantage. Haas trying to find the opening on Weber, not able to see one, and that one will go just over the ball there. 1:09 to go. Whistled out, and it'll stay with the Highlanders.
As they call another penalty on the Pirates, and it's looking like it's going to be on Weber, and it's going to be a 6-on-4. Walsh is not happy right now.
And this is a huge situation for the Highlanders. Minute 9 to go. You have the biggest advantage. 6-on-4, down by 3. Huge opportunity, including Weber gone, one of the best penalty killers on this team. As waiting for the ref signal to get play going, you see him heading over to go pick up his flag and explain that call also to Walsh, the other referee here. As you see Cloudman sub off here, and the Pirates will bring back on Genovese.
The box coming into play right now. Highlanders have to work quick, need 3 goals still.
As you see them work it around here. That's Kershaw. Kershaw around the Duggar. Duggar shot into the webbing of the stick for CO. CO with the stick save there. As you see him just using his athleticism, playing it all the way out. As you see CO running that rush, and you see a timeout for this Pirates team. As 48.8 seconds left. Big timeout by Coach Walsh. Down a couple man here. Exactly what you need. You got your goalie to make the save, and that is exactly why CO ran out there to kill a little extra time before you got that timeout called.
Yeah, it looked like CO wanted to head out and run with it. Down by 2. Down with 2 guys. And now we'll see Highlanders have to play press as we have a replay right here.
Yeah, and that's just a replay of that big save by CO. And just, he really looked like he was trying to put on the Jets there to try and maybe split those defenders and get himself one of his own goals here to try and give that rush. It ended up being a timeout for the Pirates, and also the Highlanders will regroup here, 48.8 to go.
Yeah, Highlanders right now have to be aware. They have to start pressing. They have to leave it all out there. They gave Ciro probably too much room to maneuver, so they're going to have to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, as we see the Pirates breaking their huddle here, Highlanders still talking it over.
As we see teams coming back out there, Pirates will only have 4 guys on each end.
As it looks like one of the man advantages will probably end up expiring soon, but even with that, you'll still be down a man. You see the Highlanders breaking their huddle, and big possession still for this Pirates team, just trying to kill as much time as they can. You see Grizzard in the box here along with Weber. Looks like Grizzard's will probably expire little before Weber's, as you see Schmidt. Schmidt crosses the 40, getting it right back into the offensive zone for this Pirates team. As Radicone will sub off there, and Schmidt just running it around here, just killing as much time as he can. Schmidt draws the whiffle for the referee, as Weber coming back in, and it looks to be a timeout here.
Yes, Schmidt able to play perfection keep away, and now there's only going to be 31 seconds to go. And with the Highlanders needing 3 goals, they're going to need a lot to go right.
Yeah, not a lot of time here. You need 3 goals. Big situation here for both teams.
Yeah, we'll see. If the Highlanders score, who do you expect to see have that goal?
I expect it to be either Kershaw, Haas, or Duggar. They've all had shot after shot this game, not afraid to take those opportunities. Even if they bounced over the net wide, they were able to take those shots and score on a majority of them. So you're going to need a goal and you're going to need it quick, as it looked like the Pirates were still in possession here on that timeout. So it looks like it'll still probably be the Pirates' ball here. So perfect situation for them.
Yeah, we'll see. Both teams taking extra long right now in the huddle, trying to discuss what to do.
Pirates will break their huddle first. We'll see that man advantage. It looks like Grizzard will head back to the penalty box. We'll see as Weber is back out here, so the Pirates got one of their men back. Big situation here, not a lot of time, needing a lot of goals here.
Highlanders have 2 on the ball already. They are going to look for this instant pressure right now.
That's a huge play needed in the corner for Schmidt. Schmidt able to fight through the contact there and work all the way around. Schmidt really showing off his speed here, able to just be himself with those 2 defenders on him. Highlander still running 2 on the ball, and Schmidt just running all the way around, killing that time here. Gets it around the Ragone. Ragone with 10 seconds now. Ragone taking his time here, 7 now. Ragone dumps that one off to Cloudman. 3 seconds now, 2 and 1, and that will conclude it. Pirates 10, Highlanders 7. You see the Pirates rush the field with a big victory on their senior day. Pirates win, Pirates win.
Yeah, Pirates are able to pick up a pivotal win for the seeding, able to play keep away for about the last minute and a half right there.
Yeah, that is exactly what you needed if you're the Pirates. Brings you to 8-8, 6-4 in the conference. Moves the Herricks Highlanders to 8-8, 5-5 in the conference. Gives you the conference tiebreaker, gives you the head-to-head tiebreaker too.
Yeah, they'll be moving to 3rd in their conference with that win as they look for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's huge games for the Pirates out of Vinicio, making the saves when needed in the first half, and also out of Cloudman and Schmidt, able to show off all their versatilities, and also Jack Weber with the key defensive plays when you need it, whether it was down a man, down 2 men, down anybody on all sides, just perfection.
Yeah, and on the Highlanders, almost able to spark that 4th quarter comeback, having 5 man ups. They really were putting the pressure on the Pirates.
Yes, now you see the sportsmanship for both teams. Always great to see, especially with the physicality late in this game, as these teams could see each other further down the road in the playoffs for another great matchup. But you saw the Highlanders never stop fighting and always just keeping up, putting those shots on goal, especially led by Braden Haas.
Yeah, for sure. They had that spirit the entire game to not quit. They were down by a lot of goals, but able to keep the mentality of the next goal is a big one.
Yeah, it's just you see the Pirates celebrating their senior day. You see the Highlanders a little upset after that loss.
Yeah, they're a little upset, but they still have playoffs to go, and we'll see how each of these teams can do.
Yes, that'll conclude our coverage for the BMB Game of the Week. I've been Jared Broxmeyer.
Yeah, and I've been Brandon Catalina.
Signing off for the last time.